Hi guys, and welcome to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. Welcome to Bali. Here again in the beautiful island of Bali, and we're just getting ready for our 7-day retreat, a heart healing retreat. The gang has just landed, so we're all here now, and I had the luxury of a few days rest, so I'm here again with my ginger tea, working on markbajerski.com website, which is very shortly about to be launched. A very easy website for you to go through, and some lovely and amazing stuff on there, which anyway, some secrets, so you'll really love it. Today's a beautiful day, and you all know that I'm working on a book called The Power of Moldavite, right? Well, a lot of people have been asking me what's in the book, and they're really excited about it, and what kind of experiences I've been through with Moldavite. Well, it's extremely difficult to be able to give you certain patterns with Moldavite, certain things that I can honestly say this is what Moldavite does, because Moldavite is a very unique crystal in its own way, and what I've seen over the years, it's kind of blown me away. As I'm writing, I'm recalling stories that I'm like, oh my god, I forgot, because you all probably know by now, when a true healer works in the kind of way of we call channeling, it's an energy that very rarely stays with us. There's sometimes a memory that can come forward, but normally when we are working in that kind of energy work, it disappears and goes. And the reason why is because, can you imagine, over the years that I've been working with client after client after client, healing them, crystal healing, working with crystals, working with clients, working with psychic work, working with tarot, working with this, that, your mind would explode it would overload. It's too much, because there's so much suffering when you work in that field of work, so much pain and so much to deal with, and this is what we have to do. We have to deal with that as a healer. And the shamans always they knew instantly that what they needed to do was cleanse themselves and clear themselves. Well, I actually do that. I use a tree, but I also have learned how to disregard, and that's really challenging, stepping off this subject. It's true, it's really challenging, because you want to love that person and care for them and send them healing, but it's really unhealthy, because you've got to trust in what you've done and then let it go and let the universe continue. And I think that's with all of us, really. I think we need to learn that too. Just because I'm a full-time healer doesn't mean that you're not a full-time healer, because I often say that you are more a healer than me. What you have to do from day to day, you're continually healing your children, sending loves, worrying, fearing, and all of these things. We get to a point where, you probably know what I mean, you break down. You're at bursting point where you have to somehow release. So you are a healer like me. It's just that I call myself a healer because people come to me for that. But actually, we're all healers, and we're healing everybody all day long, and we're being healed all day long. So what I think I'm trying to say is that I found a really valuable way of releasing that. And I've tried to share this with you, and it basically means that you have to separate your mind, which tells you that you are selfish and you don't care. I'll give you an example. I've got a beautiful daughter called China, and my mind sometimes kicks in and says, you're not a kind, caring person, because you are not ringing her every day, you're not calling her, you're not talking to her, you're not worrying about her. And all of a sudden I'll get this fear kick in. Now think about that. This is based on fear. This is why I try and explain to people, when you think that, your thought comes with fear, that's not pure love. That comes from a dark fear place. And what is dark and fear? What is worry? It is all a negative energy with a lack of the word trust. Now, I changed that chip, and I told my mind to shut up. And the reason why I told my mind to shut up is because I was living in fear but I was thinking I was a good father, right? Like you think you're a good mother or a good father or a good brother or sister or a good, whatever, but you think you're good because you fear and worry about everybody. But what good is that? Think about that. You think that's good? Well, if it's good, tell me now, what good do you do when you're next to that person and you're fearing them and you're worrying? What do you think you're doing? Oh, but I'm a good person because I'm fearing. No, you're not a good person because you're fearing. Trust me. I've been there for many years. It's horrible, and nobody wants to be in the company of somebody like that. So we have to change the chip. I am no longer worrying, because worrying is a negative fear. Worrying tells me that I don't trust. So I changed that, and now I'm the happiest that I can ever be. My mind is clear, and my daughter has never been happy in her life. So she conquers her own battles because I trust. She is her answer because I trust. She knows what she needs to do because I trust. So now when I'm with her, I'm completely at peace. And she sees that, and guess what she does? Wow, my dad thinks I'm brilliant and amazing. I must be. Of course you are, China. You're the most amazing girl I've ever met in my life. Wow, I must be. And all of a sudden, her energy grows, her inner power comes in, her flame becomes more powerful, and then her life becomes easier. But if I'm looking at worrying, because I'm meant to worry, because if I don't worry, I'm a bad father and I mustn't have a heart, then guess what I'm kicking out? I'm kicking out fear, 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 fear. And guess what she's digesting? Guess what she's becoming? Fear. You become what you hate. You become what you fear. You give what you fear. You kick out an energy at any given moment from you, how you feel. Thus, the shamans knew this. So when working with people, like I do, you get away, you cut off and trust that whatever is going to happen from that moment on is as it should be, because the universe takes its role in whatever happens. So the universe says, hey, Mark, or says, hey, you, go and help that person over there. So you go along because you've seen some things happen to them and you help them. And then when you leave them, you look up and say, right, I did my best. Now, let it be. You take over and send somebody else to help them, or you continue. Thus, you did your job for the moment that the universe asked you to do your job, and then you were able to let it go. And this is why I say I no longer have worry and fear inside me anymore. Isn't that beautiful? Do you get something from that? Have you got something from this today? Be the most amazing soul that you are by trusting that whatever you do at any given moment, it is enough. So therefore you eliminate the fear and the worry. Oh, I wonder if they're okay or not now. Guess what you've just done? You've brought back fear and you've just sent it to them. You don't think you're as powerful as me with your thought and with your energy. So as soon as you think worry, guess where it goes to? The person that you're thinking of worry. And when it hits them like this, then all of a sudden, guess what happens to them? They become that worry, and you reinforce their worry. And by reinforcing their worry, you create worse issues in their life than you could possibly. But if you switch the switch and say, right guys, you take care, you look after them because I know you're amazing, and you'll bring the right person to them after I've finished and done my work because you've asked me to, then all of a sudden what you're giving them is that, wow, trust, it's all going to be fine, the universe is taking over, people are going to help them. That is an energy that you send to them, which is positivity, because you trust. At the end of the day, guys, I think you've got two choices. You can live in worry or you can live in trust. So it's up to you. It's your universal choice. And my choice is, I'm not going to worry about anybody else. And I am not going to tell myself that there's anything wrong with me for doing that. I see pain and suffering every single day for the past decade and more. But I changed the chip. And I saw the positive. I saw the light. I saw the outcome. And it was always positive. And you know what? It always is. Why? Because you create the outcome. You create the positivity. You create the light. You. Somebody has to do it. So today, maybe you are going to be a more powerful light worker than you've ever been, because of this little short reminder of how amazing you are because you are your answer to any given issue. So, what is the issue? There isn't one. What's the answer? Light, love, peace, and a happy ending. Yeah, but no, there's no buts. There just is a happy ending. So you focus on the happy ending, no matter how the situation is delicate, no matter how painful it is. You've got to rise above that and be stronger than that, and then that it unfolds over the issue and burns it away, and it just depletes and goes. So you are your healer. Your thoughts are more powerful than what you could imagine. Be the light, be amazing, be positive. Always see the good in everything. Try to find the good in everything that you see may be a challenge for others. It's a beautiful way to live. So, my beautiful friends, today is a lovely day. The sun is shining in Bali and my heart is filled with love. I'm really, really thankful for all that you've been doing these past few weeks on markbajeski.com, looking at my crystals and sending me beautiful messages. I'm so glad you love the crystals. I'm so glad you love the power of I and the stuff that I use from day to day. I think everything that I use on my journeys around the world, like here in Bali, is everything that is on the website. So you know 100% that it is a very personal website. It's very homely and friendly as well. So the crystals that I've worked with are all on the website. So every single crystal that's on there I've worked with. So you know, you feel the energy of love, power and healing. So that's it. Thank you. I really mean that. Thank you, guys. And I want to just have a toast to you for being the most amazing person that you already were and will be, and continue to grow like I do every day, and we are doing. Your messages are amazing. Every day I'm seeing more beautiful messages underneath here, that you're growing stronger, that you love your crystals, that your life is changing, and that you are winning the battle between the darkness and the light. You are becoming the light. You are becoming all that you always wanted to be and always that you are. You are the most amazing person. I know I'm rambling on, but you are. What we have to realize that we are perfect, but we have to chip away all the fear and worry that has been given to us, that has been forced on us by everybody. So that's all we're doing from day to day. So you know what? We all fall, all of us, all the time, but we get back up quicker. That's what we're doing. We get back up quicker and we see what we need to see and grow from it. So, you know, even this afternoon, I slipped, and then I quickly apologized to somebody and said I'm really sorry, and it was about a trigger. I got triggered over something because of what my dad used to do to me, and still, even at 50, I'm still triggered by things that I recognize in somebody else, and then I get upset. And it's true to say that, you know, nobody really hurts you just hurt yourself. So I'm still working on that daily. So don't ever forget, I'm equal to you, you're equal to me. I'm no better or worse than you. I'm still a human being that falls, and I hope that we can grow and get back up quicker day by day, to the point that we look back on our life and say, you know what, I learned a lot in this life and I grew stronger from it. Isn't that a beautiful way to look at life? So don't beat yourself up if you fall. Don't beat yourself up if you're triggered. Just remember, the only person who can hurt you is yourself. And I saw that this morning or this afternoon. It was a nice mirror image to see, and I'm happy I did see it, because I feel better about myself. The day that I turn away and turn a blind eye to who I am is the day that I'll have lost. And I'm not going to lose, not this lifetime. From my heart to yours, have a beautiful day, guys.